Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in the fall of 2022, the 19th Roast Battle soundtrack album. Dad, AF. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies, Deaf Noodles. Tell me lies for $50 while we sit on a folding chair in your very small comedy club and hear some of the worst jokes in the world. Beast! How are you guys doing today? Okay, so, well, I did not plan on making 2 drama videos today. I really didn't. I used to, back in the day, I used to make 2 and 3 drama videos a day. Y'all remember that? If you've been around here for the duration of the 6 years of Peter Monn on doing drama, I used to make 2 and 3 drama videos a day. Couldn't make enough, right? It was just, I could have filmed 5, 10 videos a day. But when you have 6 channels, though, it gets a little bit difficult. So anyway, I woke up today and made my previous drama video that is rendering over there, getting ready to be uploaded. And I was sitting there and I was looking on Twitter and I saw this stuff come up about Dennis and I thought, you know, you told yourself you weren't going to talk about Dennis anymore because you were so over it, but, and I mean that with 2 T's, but Beavis and Butthead, you, I think, are going to have to talk about Dennis today, okay? And because of the SHI Took show that has been going on the last 24 hours, that just turned into his most recent post, I want to talk about it. Now, yesterday, I didn't post any videos on any of my channels because I had the most fantastic, amazing day with my family over at my cousin's house. We had a barbecue. Her husband made me a special Beyond Burger on the stove, and because I'm a vegetarian, and we had potato salad, and we had macaroni and cheese, and we had so much fun. Potato chips, and all that kind of stuff. And then we played cornhole. Oh my God, I love cornhole so much. I got 4 in the hole. Now, I usually only get 1 in the hole. That's called family friendly. But anyway, I got 4 in the hole yesterday. I did really good. My mother-in-law was there. We had so much fun. So anyway, I didn't post any videos yesterday, so I thought, what the hell, I'm going to post 2 drama videos today. So here we are. We are talking about Dennis Deaf Noodles. By the way, I just want to say thank you to Xylee over at Xylee Gets Real. She watched my entire Deaf Noodles video from the other day, not my last one, but the one before that, and she did like a live commentary in like a live stream, and it was so entertaining to watch. And in there, people were like, oh, he just posted another one, watch it. And she was like, no, because I don't want to give him, or I want, you know, to give him the views, which I thought was so considerate and so nice. And, but I was sitting there and I was watching it, and what I really love about watching other people watch my videos, yes, because I'm arrogant like that. No, but because it's really nice to hear what people like or don't like about your videos or your style or whatever. And, you know, I always try to take criticism where, you know, it comes and be like, oh, okay, so people like don't like this or don't like that or whatever. And one of the things that people have been responding to recently on my videos is that I've been getting into, and I know I didn't today, so I apologize, but people have been getting into the drama like really quick, like starting the intro and then go right into the drama. So I'm going to try to do that, and a couple people mentioned that in her live stream as well, and so I'm going to try to do that going forward, getting like right into the drama and like cutting out the stories. But, so Xylee, thank you so much, because that was so fun to watch, and, but I will say this, okay? I do have a joke that I have to tell you, because since we're talking about jokes, okay, and now I love a good joke. Do y'all love a good joke? If you watch my review channel, back in the day when I used to go through Starbucks like on a daily basis and do like the secret menu drinks, they would always have a joke on the window, and then I would ask them like if they had any good jokes, and we would tell jokes back and forth, and that was part of my video. I love a good joke, okay? Now, I've been waiting. Now, I've watched the first and the second roast, okay? I'm waiting for a good joke. I haven't heard any yet, okay? I've heard a bunch of mom jokes, and I've heard about a bunch of body-shaming jokes, okay? Those are called easy jokes, okay? Those are called easy jokes. You know what I mean? But I haven't heard really any good jokes. So I thought I would share with you guys the one, well, my favorite joke of life is, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. I love that joke so much. Okay. But no lie, my girlfriend, yes, I had a girlfriend in high school my senior year. She ended up coming out her freshman year in college, and so did I. And so little did we know at the time. Anyway, a funny story, actually. She was a drummer, and she loved the band, the Pixies, and she was obsessed with Kim Deal from the Pixies, and I thought Kim Deal was a guy, so I had no clue. And then she came out as a lesbian, and I came out as being gay, and happy ever after. So anyway, but she told me this joke in high school, and this has been my go-to joke ever since. So just to prove that I am a comedian, even because I have 2 plants for my comedy club, I want to share with you guys a joke, okay? Here it goes. It goes like this. There are these 2 whales, and they're out in the ocean, right? Now, Dennis, you can use this for your comedy roast, okay? Feel free to use this joke. I give you full consent to use my comedy, okay? So anyway, there are these 2 whales out in the middle of the ocean, right? This big whale and this baby whale. And they're going around, they're swimming, and they're real bored, right? And this whale watching boat, it comes out of nowhere, see? And it's got all these people on it. And the people are like, ooh, ah, and they're looking at this big whale and this little whale, right? And the big whale says to the little whale, you want to have some fun? And the little whale goes, yeah, let's have some fun. And the big whale goes, okay, when we go up, he goes, we're going to go up and we're going to blow air through our holes, and then that's going to scare all the people, see? And he goes, the little whale goes, yeah, let's scare all the people. So they go up above the water, and they blow air out of all their holes, right? And so all the people clap, and they take pictures, and they look. And the big whale, he's mad, see? Because he really wanted to scare the people, but he didn't scare the people, okay? He should have gone to Dennis's roast, is what he should have done, because he might have got pushed, and then that would have been scary. But he didn't. He was in the ocean, because he was being a good whale, okay, like me. So anyway, I know my place. My place is on this couch making fun of Dennis instead of going to the roast, pulling up and shutting up, okay? Because listen, you ain't gonna zip this mouth. So anyway, back to our story. So the big whale and the little whale, they go back down underneath the ocean. And the big whale, he's not very happy anymore. And he says, do you want to have some real fun? And the little whale's like, yeah, let's have some real fun. And so the big whale goes, okay, this time when we go up there, we're going to go up, but instead of blowing air out of our holes, we're going to show them our teeth. And then that's going to really scare them. And the little whale's like, yeah, let's do that. That'll really scare them. So they go up from the ocean, you know, and they open their mouths and they show all the people their teeth. And all the people clap and take pictures and point and stuff like that, right? Well, now the big whale, he's had it, see? He's real mad, okay? Because he wanted to scare these people. So he says to the little whale, okay? They go back down the water. And he says to the little whale, you want to have some real fun? And the little whale says, yeah, let's have some fun. And the big whale goes, okay, this is what we're going to do. This time, when we go up, I'm going to knock that boat, and I'm going to knock somebody over the side of the boat, and then you're going to swallow them, okay? And the little whale says, no. He goes, I do blowjobs, but I don't swallow semen. That was a good joke, wasn't it? Wasn't it? 31 years of having that joke, okay? And that's what you do when you're a comedian, see, is you store your jokes over time. You use them, you store them, and you keep on using them again, okay? Unless you're as quick-witted as me, and then you can just shade a fool like that, like I can do. If you watch my videos, okay, what you'll see is that I can shade a fool real quick. That's because I was raised by 4 drag queens, okay, that didn't give a rat's ass about what anybody had to say about them, so they just read somebody for filth, okay? I can tell you right now what Dennis doesn't want, okay, with his homophobic F-slurs in his comedy club is those 4 drag queens showing up and reading him to filth, because they would, and he wouldn't have a comedy club anymore. But I digress. So anyway, so Dennis last night, okay, he's gotten called out now about this comedy club, right? So this comedy club that he was supposedly performing at in Las Vegas, the LA Comedy Club, you know, the one that he took the thirst trap picture of himself and pulled his basketball shorts down real low so we could all see his bush, because now that was funny. funny, girl. That was some funny stuff. That was, I don't know. You gotta call Manscaped to see if they'll sponsor you. But anyway, so he posted that he was in Las Vegas, even though somebody tagged him that he was in LA. I thought he took a picture and it showed Las Vegas in the background, but I could be wrong. But anyway, and then all these people called the nightclub, see? And this is kind of like my joke. Now I'm kind of like, see? This is what happened, right? So then they all called this nightclub and somebody even recorded it. And the people there were like, we have no clue who this person is. Dennis came out and said, no, he canceled the show, or they canceled the show because 300 incels, that's what he called them, that they, does he know what that word means? Okay. That they, 300 incels. The only reason I'm asking is because I didn't know what a thought was, okay? T-H-O-T. Like, I had to look that up back in the day when Nikita Dragon called herself a thought all the time. I was like, what does that mean? I don't know. Should I be calling myself a thought? And then when I looked it up and I realized, because I'm not a millennial. I'm not even a G-Zenner or a Zengier or whatever those mean, okay? I don't know, what category do I even belong in? Just old, I guess. I don't know, but still having the time of my life. I just love this YouTube stuff so much. It's so fun. But anyway, I'm just having the time of my life. So anyway, I don't know what category that I belong in, you know, but I looked up that thought and it means that hoe over there. And then I was like, well, y'all call me that. You call me that hoe over there all you want all day long. If you go to my OnlyFans listed below, I got uncensored pictures of my elbow. I do! I guess I am that hoe over there. But anyway, so Dennis, you know, he does this thirst trap picture where he shows his bush and everything like that. Nobody cares. They're like, gross. Okay, and did you get a box of crabs with that? But anyway, so then he gets called out for not being at this comedy club show. Now, I think he thought people were going to actually show up and then they give him like an amateur spot or something. I do think that's what he thought, right? I think he was so hyped up in his own belief of grandeur that he was like, yes, we're success. And how could they ever turn down the most famous comedian in LA, Dennis Noodles, right? So where did you come up with that name, by the way? I just want to know, okay, like out of all of the things in the world, like I was watching, Nick DeRamio's video where he shouted me out. That was so nice, wasn't it? And you were talking about a read, okay? He reads Dennis for filth. But he goes in and he talks about the difference between like Dennis's show and like what it's called versus his videos and all this kind of stuff. And I too am very confused about that. Now, Dennis's first name is Dennis, obviously. Okay, and his last name starts with an F. Is his middle name an E, and that's how he got deaf? And then, but why noodles? Do you like ramen? I do like the ramen so much. But I don't know that I would call my name Peter Noodles, okay? I know, and I don't want to be related to you, you know what I mean? Like, so no offense, okay? Like, I don't know if you know this, but like in drag houses and stuff like that, like when you have like, I'm trying to think, like Erica Andrews, Roxy Andrews, okay? Like, I don't want to be Peter Noodles and then everybody will think I'm your son. And I know we're close in age. I know people didn't think that for very long, but anyway, I mean, you're younger than my husband. That's kind of scary. So anyway, but so he gets real upset about this, right? But he never comes out and really addresses it other than to call 300 people incels and say that they called the club, all these 300 people. Why wouldn't they, okay? You marketed it on your Twitter. That's called, I think, a basic right to call a nightclub that I'm going to pay money for and buy a ticket that you're saying you're showing up for. What if it was one of your fans and that fan was saying, well, I'm going to pay $50 to go to this nightclub to see Dennis because I really want to see him do stand-up, and he says he's going to be there, so but I want to check first, right? Like, I think that's fair. I think that's completely fair, right? Like, I ain't buying a ticket to Cirque du Soleil on a Monday night when it's one of their blackout nights and they're closed down. No offense, okay? And I don't know what kind of money you made off of that or if you made any money, but there are a lot of people that are speculating that he made money off of this and wondering where that money went. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if he made any money off of it, okay? Maybe he didn't. So maybe he's the good Samaritan of the world. I don't know. What I do know is he's not a Christian! Ouija... See? I told you. Ouija boards! Gargoyles! Anyway, so then people start coming for him. And he starts coming for people on Twitter, okay? And it's like literally like 24 hours of him shouting in all caps. And I have to give a shout out to Repzilla, who I absolutely love and adore and consider a friend. And it was so funny because like each thing that Dennis would tweet, he would respond, but he would just say like lies. read, okay? Like, that is such a read in such a subtle way and so well done. It's just like, lies. And Dennis, of course, wouldn't respond because they were lies. They were proven lies, okay? So, that takes us to today, right? So today, Dennis just posted this 1 hour ago. And he says, let me get my reading glasses on. As if I can't, he's got his, oh, hold on a second. He's got his print, oh, shoot. Oh, my God. If he deleted this now, I'm going to be so mad. Okay. He posts, oh, he did delete it. Oh, no, he didn't. Hold on a second. Okay, so this was an hour ago. And he posts everything in this large print, you know, for those of us that are over 50 that need it. And he has pictures of himself here. I'm not going to include them because they're him with a supposed, alleged, I don't know, it could be a costume that he bought at Party City. Hell, I don't know. A costume that this guy, or costume, apparently with somebody, a police officer from the LAPD. And he says, I just got doxxed. LAPD stopped by my club and did a full search of the whole building but found nothing. No fines, no warnings, I'm 100% clear. Thanks to everyone who reported me, love you, with middle fingers. 3 of them. Third roast battle, September 9th at 8 p.m. Get your tickets now, link in thread. I guess he doesn't care to say pull up and shut up anymore because he didn't post that in there, okay? So then, all of these people in the comment sections, they're like, well, how are you being doxxed when this is a public comedy club? Which is true, okay? That you have even said the address yourself, okay? On the tickets and ticket sales and things like that. How are you being doxxed? Now, if you don't know what being doxxed means, somebody in here defines it. But doxing is when basically people put in the public arena private information that is not able to be found publicly, okay? And that's what doxing is. So people underneath here, I mean, they let him have it. You guys, like I said in my video the other day, I've never seen anything like this happen before on YouTube with any single YouTuber, but like maybe kind of Trisha Paytas, but now her audience, like, is even kind of split. Like, her audience is like half positive and, you know, half of them aren't. But with Def, it's like not one person in his thread on Twitter is like on his side. Like, not one person. I mean, it's like, I really believe at this point, people are only watching to see just the horrific, like, downfall that continues, which is so sad because so many people have said to him, you know, like, pull up or shut up. Basically, like, you know, do something to retain your career that you have worked so hard for. I don't know. It's just, so, anyway. Somebody said, you got doxxed at an address you made public for the roast battles you're promoting in this very tweet. Somebody said the police department, I thought this was interesting. The police department does not enforce building codes. And this person says, I've been cited for no certificate of occupancy. It goes on and says, although when I refused to accept the citation, code enforcement did leave and come back with law enforcement to force, basically saying that, yes, this is true. Police department has nothing to do with building codes. And then this person says, this is who comes for alcohol, and comments underneath here and says, formerly known as the license query system, the license lookup service provides information about applicants and licensed individuals and businesses that are regulated by the California Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, okay? Then somebody said, doxxed at a commercial property address that you've published repeatedly. Tell us about the certificate of occupancy citation. And somebody says, doxxed, I can't. And then somebody on here puts the definition, says, doxing is the act of revealing, identifying information about someone online, such as their real name, home address, workplace, phone, financial, and other personal information. That information is then circulated to the public without the victim's permission. It goes on to say, dude, you're literally like really bad about keeping your story straight. Also, plugging your next roast battle doesn't make you look good either. So what they're saying is, he's talking about getting doxxed and that the police department was there and they did this search and said that he was completely fine and cleared, but then he is also promoting the next roast battle in this, while also posting a picture of a police officer being at his place. And I have to say, I'm not really sure that most police officers, even if you ask them, would be okay to be on your public Twitter as an example of the fact that they did come out there. Like, to me, I don't know, and I could be wrong. Like I said, you know, I could be wrong. I'm wrong often. But that just seems kind of interesting to me, right? So all of these people go on here and say stuff. Claims to have gotten doxxed. Address to the comedy club is literally on the website. Make up your mind, Dennis. Imagine concert venues saying they were doxxed after posting the location online. Somebody says, why do people keep saying this was an appointment with the police? Also, why do you call it doxing when you've given out your address? And then somebody said, because he said he had a meeting with them, I think, yesterday on his podcast. So he had said in previous that he was working with the head somebody at LAPD, which after I made that video when I was talking about it, I thought, that's an interesting statement that he made, right? That he's working with the lead person at LAPD. So let's just think about this for a second, okay? So the lead officer for the Los Angeles Police Department has nothing better to do than to work with Dennis on ensuring the safety of his 40-plus people comedy club. We're supposed to believe this? Is this a joke? Now that was a good joke, Dennis. You are really funny. Oh my God, that was such a good joke. Okay, so anyway, people go over here and they have all this kind of stuff to say. Then he goes up here. Now, I haven't read these, so y'all are going to get to see my reaction in lifetime, okay? So then now he's got the picture. Oh, he's got it. He took a picture with the police officer, and he put this background of, like, this pier in California, and he says, haters are going to say it's staged, okay? And he has the police officer, like, showing him, like, a piece of paper. It really does look like... Go over and look at it. I'm not going to put the police officer up here. But anyway, it really... Because he's, like, holding this thing of paper, and he's like pointing to this one thing, and it really looks like one of those commercials that you see, like in Indianapolis we have Ivy Tech, which is I think Indiana Vocational Technological School, and so like if you see the commercials for it, it's like pharmaceutical schools, and they like show the guy like behind the pharmacy, and then it's like, you know, nurse practitioners, and then it's like the nurse, and she's like, you know, standing with her stethoscope in the hospital, and then it's, you know, it really looks like that. It's like law enforcement, and they're holding like a pad of paper, and they're like pointing to something. That's what it looks like. It looks like a really bad ad for a vocational school, okay? Is this another one of those jokes? My God, Dennis, today you are really rolling. You are getting me. Okay. So then he says, but he links it to, get your tickets to the 3rd Super Battle Roast here. No, thank you. I have made myself laugh harder and longer in 22.22 minutes on my own damn video, okay, that I have in 2 hour-and-a-half roasts with the worst comics in LA hosted by Dennis Noodles. And that's saying a lot, okay? Now, I do make myself laugh, laughing at myself, laughing with myself, and laughing at just little things I say. But I think that's saying a lot, okay? So anyway, then Dev said, this doxing, okay, somebody said, also, he straight up said in his video yesterday that he had a formal meeting with the LAPD scheduled because of swatting threats. Why make this look like the cops just showed up when he already said it was scheduled in a video? I get he's trying to lean into this villain persona. And he said, this doxing had nothing to do with the meeting that I had with the LAPD. My meeting with the LAPD is at LAPD, not in my building. They literally told me as soon as I opened the door that they were responding to numerous reports. Now, and get a life, seriously, is what he said. Get a life, seriously. Dennis, you're the one that has lied numerous times. You are the one that has built things up into things that they are not. You're the one that has no validity whatsoever. Get a life, seriously, okay? Like, you are wanting us to believe things, and then you're the one that is so condescending and patronizing that you talk down to the people that even have one question about it, right? Now, I do think that what he's saying that he has to have a meeting about is scary, you know? And I hope he gets that taken care of. Now, at one point in here, what did he say? He was asking for something about, hold on a second. He was asking for a Twitter Spaces announcement. Me versus my haters versus my fans. 10 of my biggest haters challenge me. 10 of my biggest fans talk to me. This Wednesday, September 9th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Tag who you think should join. So I go underneath here and I look, and right underneath here, the first two, me and Adam McIntyre. I'm like, girl, listen, first of all, I'm a lover, not a hater, okay? Did you not hear me talk about my cornhole game, okay? I'm one in the hole all day long, okay? And so there's that, number one. I'm a lover, not a hater. I do not hate Dennis. I do not hate Dennis Noodles, okay? what makes me sad about the situation, and not sad like want to shed a tear, but sad like what is really going on here? Like, this is like, does he really, what's your end game? What's your like long-term goal here? Because you're really destroying everything. And maybe it's perspective. I don't know, right? Maybe it's perspective. Maybe I think he's ruining everything that most people would want. Maybe he doesn't want that. Maybe he's okay to host these roast battles and have 20 to 60 people in them and do them once a week. And that to him is how he defines happiness. Maybe that's all he wants. Maybe he doesn't even want to be a comedian that stands on any kind of stage, on any kind of nightclub in the United States. Maybe that's all he wants, is just to have this, you know, club that he calls, you know, his comedy club, and he does these roast battles, and he wants to host them with his little friends and do all this kind of stuff. Then why are you antagonizing so many people online? Why are you poking the bear of people? Like, if that's really all you want, why are you poking the bear and antagonizing people? That's what I don't understand. Just do your thing. Do your little nightclub, and we'll all probably forget about you and let it go, and, you know, you'll lose all your subscribers like you're fastly losing already, and before long, you know, that's what you'll have, is your nightclub. And maybe that's enough for you. I don't know. Maybe that's what makes you happy. I don't know. I'm not the person that defines your happiness, but I want people to be happy. I don't consider myself a hater of anybody. I've never met Dennis. I don't know Dennis. I don't have enough hate in my heart for really any human being out there. What I do want, though, is for people to be happy, joyous, and free. I want people to accomplish their dreams and be successful. This is not the way to do it, okay? And one of my biggest pet peeves in the world is, okay, if you're going to be a sinking ship and take a bunch of people down with you, that's fine, okay? But why do you have to do it being so nasty and so just ugly about it while you're doing it and calling people names? I mean, I've never, in the last 24, I've never seen the word dick thrown around so much, okay? And like I say in my Adam and Eve ads, thank God my name is not Richard, because then my code would be dick. But listen, okay, I have never seen that word thrown out so much. I have never seen a 37-year-old man before in my life, okay? I don't care how lacking development that man is. I have never seen a 37-year-old man speak to another human being the way that Dennis has spoken to some people in the last 24 hours. Right or wrong, whatever. You are responsible for your own behavior. Pull it in, okay? You don't talk about pull up or shut up. Just pull it in. Pull it in a little bit. People might start respecting you, and people might start giving you kudos for what you're trying to do, you know? Listen, don't post me in none of those things. I got nothing to prove. I proved in a 27-minute video that I'm 10 times funnier than him. And I know that. You don't even have to tell me. And if I'm not, just let me live in my delusion. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.